Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Fire MD Now Radio. Mike Phillip filling in once again for Dr. Peter Glidden. It is September 12th, 2014, and if you are anywhere in the Midwest or in Canada, you know that it's unseasonably cold. And so next time I hear somebody talk about global warming, you know where you're getting it. I really am tired of that whole thing. I mean, aren't we over that yet? I remember when I was a kid, it was like they were talking about a new ice age. They were talking, science, right? Science. Call in line is 1-844-374-5433. Once again, 844-374-5433. My name is Mike Phillip. You can get a hold of me, Mike at teamglidden.ca, and I actually spend a lot of time talking to people about different things with longevity, what products to use, how to use them, how to join our team, how to get their own personal business going with longevity. That's right. There is a money-making opportunity with this, and I hear a lot of people say, well, I just want to see people get better. Well, the business owners on Main Street of your town would like to see their businesses thrive, and that means you making enough money to do your Christmas shopping there, and in such a way you can uplift your community around you. Don't ever poo-poo money. It's just, don't, right? I mean, if that's all you live for, then you're vacuous, shallow, and really, there's not much use for you, but at the same time, you have to have it in order to live. So, stress is one of the things that wrecks lives, wrecks marriages, destroys people's health, and financial stress is probably one of the worst ones out there. I mean, how many times have you seen a new couple get married and spend $12,000 on a wedding and they're divorced within a year because they can't handle the financial strain? Happens all the time. Speaking of stress, I got a story out of the Wall Street Journal I'm going to be covering over in a little bit here about how doctors are starting to seriously hate their life. They're becoming disillusioned. They don't like where things are going. A lot of them got involved in their profession out of they wanted to help people, but as they were bullied and pushed into a corner and subjected to the whole pharmaceutical prescription industry that is the cornerstone of allopathic reductionism, they found that they were ineffective and unhappy. And this specific MD wrote a letter to the Wall Street Journal, and I'm going to cover that in a little bit. Now, a little bit closer home to me, I live in Alberta, Canada, and that is the western part of the country, and we're kind of like the Texas of Canada. We are very, redneck, I guess, really conservative people. I don't really like the word redneck, but, I guess you could call us that compared to more cosmopolitan areas like Toronto or, it doesn't even really matter. But here in Canada, we have a socialized healthcare system. Now, what that means is the province you live in collects taxes to pay for the health care of its citizens. So we used to have it where you had to pay a premium and you were covered on just about anything except for prescriptions. Dental, you didn't get that. Optical, you didn't get that. There's a whole list of other things that, should have been included if they were going to go that route, if you ask me. But the fact is, it's breaking down. Doesn't work. It's projected to bankrupt the provinces, and the same thing is going to happen in the United States. Same thing is going to happen in merry old England. The same thing is going to happen in Australia, because as they use more and more drugs and surgery, the population ages and nobody gets better, and it becomes more and more and more expensive. Now, we got a report from the Auditor General here in Alberta, and I got to thank Jeanette Senecal for sending me this article. Alberta failing to handle growing problem of chronic diseases, and you might as well put the name of your province or state in front of that. It might be a little bit different in the way we go about it. but it's the same problem. Alberta must move quickly and dramatically to better care for a growing epidemic of patients with long-term, incurable illnesses. See how they start right off the bat, that these illnesses just cannot possibly go away because we say so. Such as, such as, get this, hypertension, diabetes, and asthma, the province's Auditor General said in a new report Tuesday. Hypertension, diabetes, and asthma. I've seen all three of those go away. Like in no time at all. Seriously. See, the hypertension and the asthma was banished from my house a couple years ago. Using words such as inertia and a missing sense of purpose, Merwan Sayer chastised both the Health Ministry and Alberta Health Services for not taking sufficient responsibility for managing the care of chronic disease sufferers. Group of patients who now account for more than $4.5 billion in health costs each year. Now let's put this in perspective. There are only 4 million people in the province of Alberta. 4 million people. And it's costing $4.5 billion with a B for 4 million people. That's $1 billion per million in dollars. All right? And that's for diseases that I've seen melt away like a candle. Now, interestingly enough, I went and did some research. And from 2013 to 2014, there was over 9 million prescriptions written for drugs in this province. 4 million people, 9 million prescriptions. Well, why would they lie to us? Why would they say that this is the only way to go and that drugs are the only answer? Let me repeat. 4 million people, 9 million prescriptions. Think about it. And that's not everybody on a prescription. I'm not. So, it's insane. It's not working, and it's going to bankrupt this province, and it's going to be the same thing in the province you're in, or state. Even if you go about it differently, if you got private insurance or if you have a healthcare system, it doesn't matter. The ways and means of treating these diseases are too expensive. And as Dr. Glidden's fond of saying, the most expensive healthcare is the one that doesn't work. Well, I can attest to that because I see it all the time. Now, even before this show started, we had jam-packed phone lines. We got Javier in Portugal, Ruth in Georgia, Pat in San Marcos, California, Pamela in Dallas, Texas, and Lori in Tennessee. And I've got a lot of other articles and things I want to talk about, but the point of this show is the calls. So I'm going to go over to Javier in Portugal. How are you doing, Javier? Can you hear me? Hello, Javier. I'm going to put you on hold and take another call here. We're going to go over to Ruth in Georgia and see if you can come back to your phone, Javier, because you were waiting a long time. Ruth in Georgia, are you there?
Yes, I am. Mm-hmm.
Good to hear you. Excellent. So what's going on, Ruth?
Okay, I want to know if anyone have heart trouble. How can you take care of the valves, the arteries, blood, kidneys, and diabetes all in one? What things can you do to clear the veins, the arteries, in order that the kidneys will line up after the diabetes?
Okay, I'm having a very difficult time hearing your phone line, Ruth, but I assume you're talking about your kidneys and diabetes?
Yes, and the heart.
And the heart?
Yes, and the valves and arteries.
Okay, so what you want to do to promote and support the healthy structure and function of your blood and your heart and your muscles and your kidneys it all comes back to the same thing, okay? You're going to need 90 essential minerals, vitamins, and amino and fatty acids, and you're going to need them every single day. Now, along with that, you're going to have to cut certain foods out of your diet. And once you do, you step back, get out of the way, and let your body do what it's supposed to do, and that is heal itself once it's getting the raw materials, and all the barriers to those materials reaching their intended destination are taken out of the way. So, how much do you weigh, Ruth?
About maybe 112.
112 pounds? Okay, so Ruth, what you want to do, go over to Dr. Glidden's website. That's fireyourmdnow.com, or you can go drglidden.com and download the 10 bad food list, okay? You're going to want to avoid gluten. You're going to want to avoid any oil in a bottle, any kind of oil, any fried foods. Those are 3 examples off the top of my head. You can go over to the website and get the rest, okay? So cut those things out of your diet. Now, as far as heart health and kidney health, they kind of fall into the same vein, all right? What you're going to want for that is a Healthy Start Pack 2.0 liquid. That's with the Liquid Beyond OsteoFX. So just write HSP 2.0 liquid, HSP standing for Healthy Start Pack. All right? Now, along with that, Ruth, for your heart and for your kidneys, I want you to add a bottle of Ultimate Dailies. Ultimate Dailies. Okay, so we're at the Healthy Start Pack 2.0 liquid and the Ultimate Dailies. We're going to put you on hold, Ruth. Hang on right there. Javier in Portugal, we're going to come back to you after Ruth. And the rest of the calls, Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Live. Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden on Fire Your MD Now Radio. Apparently we got Javier back, but we're going to go to him right after Ruth in Georgia. Then we're going to go to Pat, Pamela, and Lori. Hang on. I'd love to talk to you. Now, Ruth, before the break, I had told you to get your hands on a Healthy Start Pack 2.0 liquid, a bottle of Ultimate Dailies, and I want to go on to say 1 or 2 bottles. 2 bottles of Ultimate Selenium. Okay? Selenium is essential for your body. Okay? And you need a large amount of it. Well, 200 micrograms, but, you know, I take about 6 to 12 a day. Now, for the diabetes, are you type 1 or type 2, Ruth?
Type 2.
Type 2? Okay. So, get yourself a bottle of Sweeties, and what that is chromium vanadium packed in cinnamon to help your body balance out your blood sugar levels and to help it use the insulin that you're taking for the type 1, okay?
Yes.
So, you know, I've heard of people cutting back on their insulin usage dramatically. Does that sound good to you?
That sounds wonderful.
How did you hear about us, Ruth?
Associate Dr. What is his name? He was Dr. David Benison. I can't think of his name right now.
Dr. Glidden?
Dr. Miller.
Dr. Miller.
No, not Dr. Miller.
I'm having a really hard time hearing your phone line, Ruth. It must be a bad connection or a cell phone. Dr. Wallach. Dr. Willett. Okay, so get yourself a Healthy Start Pack, 2 bottles of Ultimate Selenium, a bottle of Ultimate Dailies, and the Sweeties, and keep in touch with the show. All right, and I want to hear how you're doing, Ruth. All right, we're going to let you go so we can get to some of these other calls. Javier in Portugal was waiting for quite like 15 minutes before the show even started, and then I missed you as soon as we brought you up. But we got you now. How you doing, Javier?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you good. How's life in Portugal?
No, I'm not in Portugal. I'm in Southern California. Portugal is my last name.
Oh, Javier, Portugal. Okay, because on my Comrex here it says Javier, Portugal. Southern California.
In Southern California. Listen, I have two people. You know what? A lady that is 157 pounds. She weighs about 115 pounds. And she's got a problem with encephalopathy. And the other one, Manuel, has a lot of phlegm every day.
A lot of phlegm?
Yes.
All right, so the first lady...
Let's talk about the lady Miranda first.
Yeah, she's 115 pounds?
Yeah, about 115, and she's 57 years old and has encephalopathy.
Okay, what I would do for her is a healthy brain and heart pack.
Healthy brain
and heart pack, and if I was you, I would take her on over to Dr. Glidden's site and go through that 10 bad food list with her, Javier. Or is this Dr. Glidden's buddy?
I have the list.
Yeah, Javier, are you Dr. Glidden's friend that he's always talking about?
Yeah, I'm the one that's always challenging him.
Yeah,
because we play golf together.
Yeah, I knew I recognized you. Okay, Javier, right on. So you're definitely not in Portugal.
Yeah, we're friends.
Yeah, okay.
I was ready to challenge him again, you know?
Yeah, well, he'll probably take you up on that. He seems to... I mean, it's probably really hard to get a 9-iron out of his hands these days. I don't know.
Hey, tell him to practice, because that's what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. You know what? He might even be listening. He might even be listening. So, you know, if you want to put out a personal challenge.
Hey, Dr. Peter Glidden, listen, this Javier. You better practice, my friend, because I'm practicing. I lost by one stroke last time we played. It's not going to happen again.
Javier's practicing. Get ready. Javier, we're going to put you on hold and go to a commercial break. We'll be right back after this. Back to Fire Your MD Now Radio. Mike Phillips filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. And before the break, we were talking to Javier, and just before we get back to business, Javier, that was a pretty weak challenge. You got to do it like a professional wrestler. Like, next time we're on the course, you're going down, Glidden. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just me, though.
Can I get any better?
All right, Javier, your friend there, 115 pounds. We were talking about encephalopathy.
Yes, sir.
Where exactly is that manifesting? Because, I mean, there's so many different types of encephalopathy. I went ahead and rattled off healthy brain and heart pack. But what exactly are her symptoms?
Well, when she has that, she passes out, you know, and maybe for hours, you know, or maybe till the next day. And it seems like maybe she's getting too much iron in her head, in her brain.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Iron is definitely essential. I mean, anything you can overdo, but I would start her out with that healthy brain and heart pack, Javier, and go from there and just work with her on the 10 bad food list. So let's go over to this other friend of yours. What did she weigh again?
This one, he weighs about 170 pounds. And,
130?
Yeah, but 170, he's about 65, 70 years old. And he's got the problem is he's got a lot of phlegm.
A lot of phlegm. Yeah, I used to have the exact same problem. And when that went away for me was when I really started doubling up on the amino and fatty acids, the EFA+. Not only that, but cutting gluten out of the diet is a big one. I used to be plugged up all the time. I had a hard time breathing through my nose most of the time. And, you know, I was always coughing up junk from my lungs. And with the Healthy Start Pack, 1 per 100 pounds, I would actually double up on the EFAs, and your friend will see that go away real quick. Like, well, you know, if it works out the way it's supposed to, but that's how it's been for everybody I've had experience with.
So Healthy Start Pack plus double up on the EFAs.
That's where I would go with it, absolutely, and then make sure you mention to them about the gluten, because that oftentimes causes a lot of these things, like with the congestion.
Okay. Now, he's about 170 pounds, he might need two. If it's not a full two, then I'll tell him to get one plus the other $20 bottle of minerals.
Yeah, that would be a great way to go, Javier, for sure. And also throw in a bottle of selenium with that, too.
Okay.
The other thing is, too, a lot of times, I deal with people and they can't afford to go with all of it. So even if a guy has a limited budget, if you can just go with a healthy start pack and double the EFAs, or, you know what I mean? Or start out with, the plant-derived minerals and double the EFAs or something like that. It's a matter of working with people and finding out what they can afford and what they can handle. But the EFAs are really the biggest part of that equation as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. I appreciate it, Mike.
Javier, you're a good man, and I hope that you lay a whooping on Dr. Glidden next time you're on the golf course.
Yeah, I will. He beat me by one stroke at the last hole, and I'll never forget it. That's why I'm practicing now. He won't beat me, not with the swing that he's got. And he cannot improve. With
That's
that
right.
Of swing, he cannot improve.
There's no such thing as a good loser. Javier, take care. We're going to let you go, and thank you very much for reaching out to your community and your friends, and I'm sure that Dr. Glidden can't wait to get back on the course with you.
Hey, listen, give Dr. Glidden a hug for me.
Well, I won't hug him. Maybe I'll punch him in the arm. How's that? Take care, Javier. We'll talk to you later, my friend. We're going to jump over to Pat in San Marcos, California. How are you doing today, Pat?
Oh, pretty good. Got a lot of problems here. Sounds, repetitious, but I've been refractory hypertension. Mm-hmm. I'm stage 4 kidney failure. I'm diabetic since, 1998. Diabetic since 1990. Now, I've been on your longevity products for about a month. I've cut out the 10 bad foods. My EGFR, as far as the kidneys go, has gone from a 23 to a 26, which is a good move. Mm-hmm. The blood sugar has gone down considerably. I haven't had an A1C yet, but I can just tell by my readings. The only thing is my blood pressure. It just will not go down.
Okay, so let's back up now and discuss exactly what you're using and how much you weigh, Pat.
Okay, I'm 6 foot, 215, 66 years old.
250 or 15?
No, 215.
215, okay.
Yeah.
And what are you taking, Pat?
Okay, the OsteoFX, the Tangy Tangerine, the Sweeties. I'm going through the list right now. Yep. Cell Shield, the EFA Plus, Ultimate Daily, Super KB, and Selenium.
Okay, the only thing that I'm going to tell you to do, Pat, is I want you to double up on the OsteoFX. Take extra OsteoFX. When we were dealing with hypertension here, it was the same thing. The blood pressure, the person I was dealing with was already taking the products, but it wasn't going down. And so I contacted Dr. Glidden and asked him what to do, and he said to double up on the OsteoFX. We did that, and the blood pressure leveled out in about 4 days.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it was that fast. So that's what I'm going to tell you to do, Pat. And I want you to try that out. Get your hands on some extra OsteoFX. Are you using the liquid or the powder?
Oh, the liquid.
Yeah, that's what I like better myself, too. So do that, see what happens in a week or two, and get back in touch with the show and let us know how it's going, Pat. How do you feel?
I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm tired. I don't sleep good at night, and, I'm tired.
Are you taking some of that osteo before you go to get bed, Pat?
No, I'm not. I'm taking it usually when I get up, which is about 7, and around 7, I figured I'd split up the day.
Okay, I want you to try and take an ounce before you go to bed, Pat.
Okay.
And see how you sleep.
Yeah, that would be a blessing. So.
Yeah, not sleeping is not good.
No. Okay.
So do that, Pat, and keep in touch with the show. Let us know how you're doing. I can't wait to hear that you're out playing tennis and boxing again.
Well, yeah, that'd be great. Okay. Thank you.
All right, my friend, take care. We're going to jump over to Donna in Alberta. An Alberta girl. How you doing, Donna?
Hi, Mike. I'm doing great, thanks.
Excellent.
Listen, I have a friend of mine, and she has neuroendocrine CA, her husband, in the liver.
Okay.
He's been given 2 months to live.
2 months.
2 months. Now, he is at home. He was in hospital, but presently at home. He is eating, etc. And I know he's under both doctor and naturopathic care, but I thought we would see if there was anything that they know of statistically that has been proven to be helpful with these cases.
Yeah, absolutely. The first place I would go with liver problems is selenium. The ultimate selenium from longevity is the best way you could go, and not just because it has selenium in it, but the recipe. Selenium needs copper and different cofactors in order to function at its optimum.
Right.
So I would get him on a healthy brain and heart pack per 100 pounds body weight with extra selenium to help support and promote the healthy structure and function of his liver. Not only that, but the amino and fatty acids in that healthy start pack are going to help out as well.
Mm-hmm.
So are you a longevity distributor, Donna?
I'm from Millet.
You're from Millet? I know who you are, Donna. I'm just messing with you.
No.
How's Mel?
Well, you know what? I gave him sweeties last night to sleep. 4 sweeties, and he slept much better.
Oh, that's great. That's really good to hear. I'm not diabetic myself, but I take the sweeties, and I find they make me feel great.
Yes, actually, he felt he could visualize better as well this morning.
Oh, wow. That is awesome.
This is good.
For everybody listening out there, I've been working with Mel and Donna for a while, and Mel had some serious issues he was dealing with. He's slowly getting better. That's the thing with longevity. You can't just quit. You can't just go for a month and, well, this isn't working. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time to achieve your health goals, to get your body kicking into overdrive the way it's supposed to. For my wife, it took about a full year to get completely out of the weeds. And I've been doing this for about 3.5 years now, and I'm continually finding little things fixing themselves and adjusting all over the place. So, Donna, you and Mel are awesome. What did you think of that webinar last night Dr. Glidden did on epigenetics?
Oh, it was very interesting, to say the least. Yes,
Good
informative.
Stuff. Very informative indeed. So, if you can tell your friend that she's going to need her husband, sorry, how much does he weigh?
She said about 140.
Okay, so about 2 to 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium is how I would go with that. Yeah,
Right.
Dr. Glidden usually suggests 1 bottle per 50 pounds. So if he can get 3, if he's having that much problems with his liver, that might be enough to knock it out of the park. We'll see.
Yeah, I have to be pretty specific that this is, has this been verified with this kind of cancer, the neuroendocrine, she said. I'm just thinking, unless I can really be specific, in saying that this has been proven in these cases, do you happen to know?
Well, not specifically with that case, but I do know that across the board, there's tons of published studies on selenium and its effects on cancer. And not only that, but the liver requires selenium to function properly. So that's a 1-2 punch right there.
Right.
So I can't give you an exact number, but I can say that there's a ton of research out there that, points to the fact that selenium is devastating to cancerous cells. So if there's a way to go with this, that would be it. Also, upping the ORAC value would be great as well. So if you could get her to get him on some Z-Radical, a few bottles of that with the fucoidan, that will also go a long ways toward helping promote and support the healthy structure and function of this man's liver.
Right, yeah. Okay, I'll see what I can do, and I thank you kindly.
Donna, you take care and keep in touch. We're going to let you go, and we're going to head over to Laura in Northern California right after these messages, and then we're going to go to Lori in Tennessee, Robert in Virginia, and Robert in Los Angeles. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden, and I'm going to tell you how to get in touch with Longevity Australia after this. Welcome back to Fire Your MD Now Radio. Mike Phillip filling in once again for Dr. Peter Glidden. It's September 12th, 2014. We got a short segment here at the end of the first hour. We're going to go into the second. But first of all, I want to let you know if you're in Australia, the land down under, grab a pen right now. You want to get involved with longevity? You want to call this number and ask for DJ. Are you ready? 02-6036-3704. Once again, if you are in Australia and you want to help your community get their health back, call this number, 02-6036-3704, and ask for DJ, and she is there to help you get things on track. Now we're going to go over to Laura in Northern California. How you doing, Laura?
Hello.
Hello. What's going on,
you?
Laura? Oh, I'm doing great.
Asthma's going on.
Asthma's going on. It's just marching on, is it?
Oh, my gosh. I'm, feel so debilitated the past week. Nothing the doctor is giving me is working. There's no steroid that is helping me at this point.
Yeah, that's no way for a California girl to be. Tell you what, summer camp was the worst time of my life when I was a kid. I suffered with asthma so bad, really bad. It almost killed me several times. I got hauled into the hospital at 4 a.m, turning blue.
That's what I feel like I need to do.
Yeah. So, okay, you know what? Asthma went away for me really easily. Mm-hmm. Okay? Now, I will say this. Once in a while, I have little problems if I'm in a building that's got mold in it or something like that. Mm-hmm. So there are environmental things as well that can irritate your lungs, but once you've eliminated all those, the first thing that I would do if I was you, Laura, is I would eliminate gluten from my diet. Eliminate gluten altogether. Barley, wheat, rye, and oats, get rid of it. Get it out of your house. That is a major factor with asthma. In fact, to this day, if I screw up and I eat some hamburger buns or something at a barbecue, I really feel it in my breathing that evening, right now.
Wow.
Okay? Yeah, So eliminate gluten from your diet. Now, how much do you weigh, Laura?
140.
140? Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get a Healthy Start Pack 2.0 liquid. Just write down HSP 2.0 liquid. Okay? Now, with that Healthy Start Pack, I want you to get an extra bottle of EFA+. Okay, EFA+, amino and fatty acids. All right, now on top of that, I want you to get a bottle of Ultimate Selenium, and that goes a long way to helping your lungs function properly. All right, now how did you hear about this show, Laura?
A friend of mine sent me some info, and then I called him and I said, are you cooked up with Dr. Glidden? Are you in the longevity program? And he said, no, do whatever you want. I don't care. So I'm kind of out here floundering around going, what do I do?
Yeah. Okay, well, here's what I want you to do, Laura. Get a hold of me, and I'll help you walk through this. I'll help you get your products at cost. and I'll help you get them without shipping charges. And not only that, but if you have any questions or need help with taking the products, I'll help you out every step of the way. And a lot of times I end up getting on Skype with people, things like this. But I'm going to give you my email address, Laura. It's mike@teamglidden.ca. All right?
TeamGlidden.ca.
.ca. That's 2 D's in Glidden.
Okay.
Mike@teamglidden.ca. Yeah, get a hold of me, Laura, and I'll get back to you, and I'll help you figure this thing out. And I would really love to help you knock out that asthma, because really it's not that hard, and you don't need drugs, and you don't need steroids and cortisone and all these different things. Laura, I'm going to let you go. We've got a bunch of calls we're going to come back to in the second hour. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden, and we'll be back after this long break. Don't go away.